Imagine a place where forests stretch beyond the horizon, where frozen rivers carve through valleys, and mountains touch the heavens with silent majesty. There, time seems to slow down, and every breath of the earth tells an ancient story, written by the very hand of God. This place is wild Canada, one of the last sanctuaries on earth where life pulses in its purest and wildest form. Here, mighty creatures walk ancestral trails. With each step of the grizzly bear, each leap of the moose, each song of the humpback whale, we see the signature of the Creator, detailed, perfect, intentional. It is in the dense forests and mirrored lakes that divine grandeur is revealed. And this documentary is an invitation to see beyond nature, to hear the whisper of creation, to contemplate its harmony, and to ask yourself, how can such beauty exist by accident? Is the camouflage of a puma, the migration of a caribou, or the silent flight of an owl merely chance? Or are they clear signs that a greater purpose is woven into every living being? Throughout this journey, we'll explore the wild realms of Canada. We'll discover not only the secrets of its greatest animals, but also the life lessons they carry for us. Because in creation, nothing is random, everything is intentional, and you are part of it too. Welcome. You're about to witness the majesty of creation, the realm of giants. They don't go unnoticed. They are symbols of strength, resilience, and sovereignty. Creatures that walk with the weight of history and the grace of those shaped by God's own hand. In the heart of Canada's forests and prairies lives a legendary trio, the giants of creation. The moose, silent guardian of the forest. Imagine a deer the size of a horse, with antlers that resemble nature's crown. This is the moose, the largest member of the deer family. Created with majesty, yet with grace, it walks alone between trees like a forest guardian. Its antlers, renewed each year, are living works of art, and its strength lies in its serenity. Even in freezing temperatures, it survives with a double coat and a fat layer crafted by the Creator's wisdom. The moose is discreet, but essential, and its presence reminds us that greatness often lives in silence. The bison, colossus of the prairies. Across Canada's vast plains, where the wind runs free, the bison marches with firm steps. It's the largest land mammal in North America. A fur-covered colossus, with a head that plows through even the thickest snow. Its brute strength is balanced by a collective heart. In herds, they protect one another, defend the young, and share their territory. As if the Creator programmed them to remind humanity, Protection lies in unity. The bison also renews the land. With its hooves, it turns the soil, allowing new seeds to grow. A gardener of God in giant form. The grizzly bear, strength that watches. And then he appears, the imposing shadow of the grizzly bear. With claws the size of blades and powerful muscles, he's the true titan of the forest. But unlike what many think, his power isn't just physical. He hibernates for months, recycling his body with a biological perfection that science still admires. When he awakens, he walks through valleys and rivers with the elegance of one who knows he's at the top. His sense of smell is so refined, he can detect food from miles away. As if the Creator whispered, "You will be guided by the invisible." These three giants are not just living beings. They are living messages of wisdom, strength, and balance. They were designed with precision to live in harmony with one of the planet's harshest environments, and they teach us something powerful. True greatness doesn't shout, doesn't destroy, doesn't impose. It simply exists, sustains, and inspires. If you could walk alongside one of these giants, which would it be? The silent moose, the protective bison, or the watchful bear? And what do you think God wanted to teach us through such powerful and yet so balanced beings? Silent predators. Not all kings of the wild roar. Some whisper, sneaks, and win through silence. In this chapter of creation, we meet the discreet hunters, the masters of strategy, the warriors who wait, observe, and act with divine precision. Grey Wolf, the forest strategist. With sharp eyes and a piercing howl, the grey wolf never hunts alone. He leads, follows, aligns like a living symphony. In wolf packs, each has a role. They share food, protect the young, and together take down prey larger than anyone could alone. A portrait of the strength of unity, orchestrated by nature. The wolf teaches us there's wisdom in trust. That teamwork, when aligned, is also a miracle of creation. Puma, the ghost of the Rockies. While the wolf acts in a group, the puma prefers solitude. A master of disguise, he moves where few can see and leaps where others wouldn't dare. He is a patient hunter. His muscles are silent, his moves invisible, and when he strikes, it's like a whisper. God gave him the gift of perfect timing. He doesn't chase everything. He doesn't waste energy. He observes until the perfect moment. Great horned owl, huntress of the night. And when the day ends, the forest's eyes awaken. High above, among the darkest branches, She watches the great horned owl. Her flight is so silent, no prey hears her coming. Her eyes see beyond the darkness. Her talons, sharp as blades, seize only what matters with divine precision. She is a symbol of ancient wisdom, a nocturnal masterpiece of creation. Where we stumble in the dark, she sees purpose. Wolf, puma, owl, each walks a different path, but they all have one thing in common: harmony in their role. They don't compete with chaos. They move through it with elegance and precision. Perhaps God is teaching us through them that true power isn't brute force, but self-mastery, to act at the right time, in the right way, for the right reason. And you, if you could mirror one of these silent hunters, which would it be? The wolf's loyalty, the puma's strategy, or the owl's vision? What does creation teach you about how to face life's challenges? Caribou and polar bear. Far to the north, where the sun disappears for months, where the ground remains covered in eternal snow, and where life seems impossible, there it thrives. Once again, creation surprises us, because even in ice, there is fire, the fire of survival, of adaptation, of perfection that defies the impossible. Caribou, traveler of the ice. With wide hooves like natural snowshoes, the caribou walks across snow with divine lightness. But it doesn't just walk, it marches across vast, untamed territory. This quiet creature performs one of the greatest migrations on Earth. In search of food, safety, and the continuation of life, it keeps going. Its body is a testimony of heavenly engineering, hooves made for snow, fur against the wind, lungs built for long journeys. And the most incredible part? The caribou never gives up. Even without seeing the destination, it moves forward, trusting what the Creator wrote into its instinct. Polar bear, king of the Arctic. Now imagine a predator walking alone across a white nothingness, giant, silent, feared. This is the polar bear, the true king of the North. With a thick layer of fat and fur that looks white but is actually transparent to capture the sun's heat. He was made to endure ikam and conquer extreme cold. He swims for long distances, glides between ice blocks, and waits for the perfect moment to strike. He can smell his prey even from afar. Led by a nearly unbelievable sense of smell. But perhaps his greatest weapon isn't his strength, it's his patience. The caribou walks, the bear waits. Both survive where few dare to exist. And even in such hostile places, nature declares, God abandons no part of his creation, not even the coldest ones. When everything seems frozen, life still pulses, purpose still lives. Maybe that's the Arctic's greatest lesson. Hope walks and or hibernates and but never dies. Have you ever faced moments when everything around you felt cold and silent? Do you relate more to the caribou, marching without seeing the path ahead, or to the polar bear who waits for the right moment even when all seems still? Humpback whale and bottlenose dolphin. While forests stir and mountains whisper, in the blue silence of deep waters, life sings. Beneath the surface of Canada's cold oceans, creatures of indescribable beauty swim as if dancing to an invisible orchestra. There, the ocean becomes a cathedral, and the beings within it, guardians of the grand symphony of creation. Humpback whale, singer of the seas. A giant, yes, but also an artist. The humpback whale doesn't just exist, it expresses. Her breeches cut the ocean with poetry. Her songs echo across vast distances, like sacred hymns beneath the waves. Each melody is unique and can last minutes, even hours, as if she's telling ancient stories to the sea, stories that perhaps only she and the Creator fully understand. She feeds wisely, filtering tiny beings with her grand mouth, and in her journey, she not only protects her own, but sometimes even other species. A silent protector made of compassion and strength. Bottlenose dolphin, the joyful sage. And between the waves, playing like a child, swims the bottlenose dolphin, communicative, intelligent, and social. He can recognize himself in a mirror, understand commands, and even create unique signals for his group. But don't mistake his playfulness for foolishness. He is a strategist of the sea, a guide for his pod, a faithful companion. His joy is not trivial, it is wisdom. Because even in play, the dolphin teaches us there is beauty in living the now. When we see these beings swimming in perfect harmony, when we hear the whale's song and the dolphin's laughter, we realize the ocean is not just water, it's life pulsing to another rhythm. And we understand that the Creator is also an artist of sound, of movement, of lightness, that even in diving and the tides, there is purpose. Have you ever stopped to listen to the sounds of creation? Do you believe marine animals speak to the heavens too? If you could dive into this ocean, which of these guardians would you swim beside? Warning signs. Creation at risk. Everything we've seen so far, the giants of the forest, the silent hunters, the guardians of the sea, all of it, all this beauty, is at risk, not from an inevitable natural disaster, but from something much closer to us, our choices. Forests on fire, the same forests that shelter the grizzly, hide the owl and feed the moose, are burning. Wildfires, many caused directly or indirectly by humans, destroy thousands of hectares. What once was a living sanctuary becomes ashes, becomes silence, it becomes absence. deforestation, and agricultural expansion. Centuries-old trees, breathing since before we arrived, are cut down to make way for pastures or monocultures. The home of thousands of species is destroyed in just a few hours, and with it, the ecological balance of creation. The land that once sang with life now cries out for help. Climate change. In the Arctic, the polar bear walks on ice that melts faster each year. Food grows scarce, natural cycles fall out of rhythm, the harmony of creation is broken, and all of it, comes back to us. Because there are no borders in imbalance. What affects the bear today will affect humans tomorrow. Creation is a living, sacred, and fragile masterpiece. It was placed in our hands, not for us to own, but to guard. Caring for nature is an act of reverence, of respect for the Creator, of love for future generations. Ignoring the signs is choosing blindness. It is rejecting the present and mortgaging the future. Have you ever thought that by protecting a forest, you're preserving a signature of God? What can you change in your routine to help save what's left? Do you believe there's still time to reverse this reality? The legacy of creation. Throughout this journey, we crossed vast forests, walked beside giants, flew with silent predators, and dove into the cold oceans of the north. Each animal, each landscape, each breath of nature revealed something deeper than wild beauty. It revealed the heart of the Creator. With every leap of the moose, every howl of the wolf, every note of the whale's song, there was more than instinct. There was intention, because creation is not random. It was crafted with perfection and entrusted to us. Yes, nature is a masterpiece, but not a distant painting on a museum wall. It is alive, present, and vulnerable. Now, the question changes. It's no longer, what can creation show us, but rather, what will we do with what we've seen? What was the most powerful moment of this journey for you? Which of these animals spoke most deeply to your heart? And more importantly, what do you think God is trying to teach us through the nature that still remains? Do you believe we can still protect what He created? Do you feel called to be a guardian of life on this planet? Because creation still sings, but perhaps it's waiting for us to finally listen. This is the legacy of creation, and now it's in your hands. If this message touched your heart, leave a comment below sharing the animal or moment that impacted you most. Share this video with someone who loves nature and values the work of the Creator. And remember, to protect wildlife too is to protect the miracle of creation.